E3 is kicking off with lots of games. It started off Sunday with Xbox, and they're going to show off some games as well as they talk about one game from the EA Play live stream as well, because it's an Xbox game. So we get tons of games like Cyberpunk 2077, Star Wars, and some Halo, plus a bunch more games and some other things. So let's just jump into this. We start off with Cyberpunk. We get a trailer for this, 4-minute trailer, pretty good. We get some cool cyberpunky areas, as well as the cyberpunky city, and then the trailer is pretty good. We get to see some cool stuff going on. There's some fighting and some stealing and a little bit of combat. It's a little bit more cinematic-y, obviously, so that is good. But what everyone is pretty excited about is, we'll just skip to the end really quick. It's a good trailer, definitely check it out. But we get some rebooting going on because the main character got knocked out. Something over a chip or something, who really knows unless you watch the trailer. But we get a little bit of a hologram of Neo himself from the Matrix, so pretty cool there. Everyone was excited for that. Neo crashing lots of games, so that's good. We get a Steam page which you can pre-order it on, as well as we find the date of April 16th technically, so there's that. The pre-order is $60. You can get in on that. They talk a little bit about the game, Cyberpunk 2077, open world game, action adventure. So we get some of that. We're playing as a mercenary outlaw to live in the city of the future, where it looks like there's some pretty rough areas too. Want to watch out for that. And then steal the implant that grants eternal life, and apparently Neo himself walking around in your head, maybe. Not sure, I'm just assuming that from the trailer, but there's probably people who dove in a little deeper. There's some digital content, it looks like, I'm assuming with the pre-order, so a cool little bonus there. And you can get it for Xbox One, PS4, or PC. We'll just pick the PC version. There's also a collector's edition, so lots of different things to pick from when you're pre-ordering. Steam, GOG, coming soon on the Epic Store as well, so digital or retail. So April 16th, so pretty hyped for that. Check out the trailer, we'll leave a link down below for that. But tons of games, so we'll jump over to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. We get a 14 minutes. Most of this is alpha footage, and there's lots of gameplay to check out inside this. So we get to see a little droid that accompanies you. We'll talk a little bit more about that. But 220, we get to see some cool little mechanics of using a lightsaber as a flashlight to maneuver your way, so that's pretty good. Here looks like we're discovering an area, walking into a new area, so that's a cool little cutscene, some planes going by. And then we get some actual combat. There's tons of combat going through the trailer, but there's a little specific part. We get some shooting, we get some force pulls. He deflects some laser shots in just a second. It looks like a little bit more of a tougher character here. I usually have to fight this one a little bit more than just like a one-hit KO on some of these stormtrooper-like characters. Force pulls, there's some parries, there's lots of combat mechanics as well. There's some points that people were acquiring earlier in the trailer, so lots of good stuff from that. And when's this game coming, you might ask? We got a date of November 15th. So there's pre-orders out. They show a little bit more on the website. They talk about some of the third-person action, some of the journey, and a little bit more of the gameplay overview, which we can dive into maybe. Actually, we talked about it in the trailer, but Xbox, PS4, and PC, obviously. Let's just choose PC. So the deluxe edition is $70, which is $10 more than the standard version. And it gets you a couple little cosmetics, I believe, featuring a director's cut of behind the scenes, as well as additional unique cosmetic equipment for your adventure. So a couple little bonuses there. It looks like these are the ones here, so pretty cool. And again, that is coming, we said, November 15th. So cool little 14-minute gameplay, so if you want to check that out, we'll leave a link down below. And next game, Halo Infinite. Let's go through these a little bit quicker, not too much to really tell about this one. There's a 6-minute, it's more cinematic-y game engine footage though. So we get a character trapped in space a little bit, and we'll reveal what he finds. His ship identifies something floating in space, and you probably can guess what it is, but Master Chief returns, Halo Infinite. We get a rough date of holiday 2020, as well as Project Scarlet. Probably know what Project Scarlet is because it's the next Xbox. So we got about a little bit over a year and a couple months to wait for Halo Infinite and the next Xbox, which people get pretty hyped for. There's the website, which doesn't really tell too much more. Ultra 4K, Master Chief Returns, Slip Space Engine, so good stuff all around for some 3 big titles. But we got some more game news we can go over a little bit quicker here too. Xbox Game Pass. So they're doing some cool, interesting stuff with Xbox Game Pass for PC. So they're doing some PC specific titles as well as console and PC titles that they've already been doing for Xbox Game Pass. So Gears 5 will show a trailer for that in just a minute or two. But they're having 3 tiers for Xbox Game Pass now. Xbox Game Pass PC, and then console, which everyone was already using for $10. The PC has a beta price of $5. It's going to go back up to $10. There's over 100 games. The trailer showed by August, so not quite 100 yet. They're getting up there. So lots of games for PC. There's a little bit of a promo going on, but we'll talk about the Ultimate version first. So this gets you the PC and console as well as Gold. So Xbox Live Gold, which gets you the multiplayer, console multiplayer, gets you games with Gold and deals with Gold. Games with Gold is like 4 free games a month basically. And as well as all of that, there's even more stuff, discounts and stuff that's part of, I think, games with deals with Gold. But it's a Gears 5 Unlimited Edition, and so you're going to get to play Gears 5 4 days early, as well as you'll get the Ultimate Edition character pack. So big bonuses going on here. That's one of the games they mentioned, I believe either today or yesterday, that they're going to shoot for 4 like premium style Xbox games. So every 3 months they'll be doing one, and it looks like Gears 5 is in the lineup, so that's pretty good going on there. And there is again a $1 promo, which specifically you can actually get a better deal before you do that. IG Lady mentions that specifically you can there's a conversion rate. You can actually check out the FAQ a little bit and then go into more details of exactly what the ratio is, but your Xbox Live Gold gets transferred into it if you're picking up the Ultimate Edition. So you can pay 39 euros for the Xbox Live Gold from like CD Keys or some third party, and it translates into around $132. So they talk a little bit more about that, but you might want to check that before you jump in. You'll get some savings there and some pretty good deals. So next up, Xbox Scarlet. We kind of already talked about it. There's 4 minutes of them themselves talking about it, hyping it up. They don't really tell too much about it. It's got an SSD, and there's tons of other speculation and some other confirmed stuff going on around on the internet, but they talk a little bit about it and they hype it up without saying too much, so pretty good there. Next up, we have the Xbox Elite Wireless Controller Series 2, and this gets pretty exciting and also a little bit expensive, but we'll check this out at, where's the controller notes? 27, we're almost there. So some metally buttons on the side look pretty good, pretty premium, as well as something pretty cool, an adjustable tension thumbstick. So there's a little bit of a crank and it gets a little bit more tense when you want it to. So different games you can get different play styles with, pretty impressive. And something else cool, short hair trigger locks. So you can set it in different motions or lengths basically and fire faster than ever. So a pretty premium controller. It's got 3 different modes you can set it up. It's on for PC as well as Xbox. So a pretty premium controllers with pretty premium stuff, but the price is going to be premium as well. For $180, you can almost get a console at a deal for that price. And that is coming 11/4, and you can pre-order it now. I'll leave a link down below as well. So lots of Xbox news and stuff. We'll go into some more games. Mark says, I'm excited for games. Apparently Lulu likes to see Neo in Cyberpunk 2077. So that's good, and I would use a lightsaber to open doors. They do that sometimes. So let's jump into Gears 5. So we get a E3 trailer, 3 minutes. Looks a little more cinematic-y. There's a little bit of story going on too, but we'll jump to a cool little part where they show some weapons. But definitely check out this trailer, 147. Pretty good trailer, pretty action-packed, some pretty chaotic weapons as always. And we get to see a cool electric style knife here in just a second. And here we go. They're just standing around in the back waiting for it to get good, and then they go in for some slaying. And there's quite a lot of blood in this trailer, so we'll try to cut this short. There it goes. Okay, pretty bloody. When is this game coming? We get to see September 10th. So that is also, again, Xbox Game Pass it's coming to. We talked about that a little bit just a minute ago. So pretty cool stuff from Gears 5. And then we get Elden Ring, a little bit darker of a trailer. Shows a lot of dark black scenes. Not too much going on here. A little more cinematic again. And you might want to check it out yourself, but it's a 2-minute fantasy action RPG trailer, which shows some diabolicalness and some scariness going on. I don't really say too much, so there's that. And next up we get Bleeding Edge, another E3 announcement trailer. So this is a 4v4 combat action game apparently, and there's lots of unique characters that we're going to see, lots of unique weapons, abilities, and specifically characters. Online melee going on. There were some ranged weapons, and again 4 versus 4. Where's the action start? It starts pretty soon, and some pretty much a lot of slaying going on. Some combos, it looks like, some grapples, some punches from up high, and we get some Makers of Enslaved, DMC, Hellblade, and more characters, it looks like. So they're going with the character theme, lots of transmorphing blades, more characters, lots of stuff going on for that. Is there a date? I don't see a date for this one, but it looks pretty action-packed for a 4v4. And the last game, which was pretty big, Microsoft Flight Simulator. And this has a rough date of 2020, but if you like flying and simulation games and pretty realistic environments, it looks pretty simulatory, as close to real life as you can get, but it looks pretty good. Lots of different planes. It looks like you're going to be able to fly some indoor. The interior seems pretty realistic as well. From a simulator style game, you get inside cockpit view. Maybe there's a third person with that cinematic shot there. So pretty good overall. This is again coming 2020, and you can sign up to become an insider. It looks like they're doing some private beta stuff that you can potentially get in on and help with some feedback and stuff. So definitely want to leave a link to that below if you want to sign up. But some pretty cool games, some E3 stuff. It's still going on today. I think the Nintendo one just did their conference. AMD just had their big announcement for their graphics cards yesterday, as well as some CPU stuff. So not just games, lots of stuff going on. So that was pretty action-packed episode, and we will have another episode tomorrow at 1 p.m. Pacific with some more tech and game news, because there's lots going on. So with that, we will be signing out. Pew 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 pew.